This is the listening section. There are two parts in this section. You will hear each part twice. After each part, you will have a 10-second pause to do. Part 1. You will hear a tour guide talking to a group of tourists about a coach trip. Choose a correct answer from A, B or C for each of the following questions.
Good morning, everyone. I'm your tour guide for today. We've made a change to the trip we usually make on Thursdays. I hope none of you will mind. We're still going to visit the beautiful town of Brampton with its old university, and there'll be time to look round that as usual. But today, because we have a lot of children here this week, we're also going to a wildlife park, which a colleague of mine has recommended. On the way to Brampton, we'll drive through some beautiful countryside. We'll go over the mountain and we'll have a lovely view of the lake from the top. We'll stop there for a few minutes so you can take some photos. In the next valley, we'll have a break for coffee. There's a cafe near a beautiful waterfall, and if any of you want to go for a walk, you can. We'll get to Brampton at about 11:30. It's a lovely town. We'll start by taking a guided tour of the university, which was built in the 17th century. Then there'll be time for all of you to have a look at the shops. Most people come to Brampton nowadays for the shops, but it's the university that made the town famous. If you don't want to look at the shops, I suggest you visit the museum. After lunch, we'll get back on the coach and go to the wildlife park. We need to stay in the coach while we drive round because we'll see lions in the park, which can obviously be dangerous. Tell your children not to expect it to be like the zoo. The animals are sometimes hiding in the trees. I know some friends of mine have seen some tigers, but I've never seen them. And I'm afraid they no longer have any monkeys, but you may see some giraffes. We'll leave the wildlife park at 5:30. The journey back takes about an hour and a quarter, so we'll return to the hotel at 6:45. There'll just be time for you to change before dinner at 7:15. Now then, before we get on the bus, if anyone wants to ask any questions, I'll try to answer them. I'm going to give each of you an information sheet about the places we're going to visit. Some of you were on yesterday's trip with me, and I know you found the information sheet helpful. So, if we just move over here...
Part 2. You will hear a conversation between a printing company employee and customer. Complete the notes below. Write one word or a number for each answer.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Matrix Printing. I'm John Smith. How can I help you?
Good afternoon. I'm here to reprint a brochure for our hotel. There are some pages that need revising.
Sure. How may I address you?
Oh, I'm Mary Jane from Central Hotel Chains. Nice to meet you. I've got samples of the previous version.
I assume it is your company's advertising brochure.
Yes.
What exactly is the problem?
Well, it was printed the year before, so some of the information is already out of date. There are also a couple of problems with the layout. Firstly, the letters of the address on the front page are far too small, It's hard to see when glancing at the cover.
How big do you need it to be?
Increase the letters by 3 font sizes.
Just a minute. Let me take notes of your requirements. Okay, what else needs changing?
The information regarding the pool should be deleted because it is currently under renovation and is not available.
So, all of the relevant descriptions on page 2 should be removed? What do we replace it with? We can't just leave the whole page blank.
Just fill it in with the introduction of our newly opened gym. I've included all the relevant information here in this flash drive.
Let me check. I see. No problem then.
What is also bothering us is that the description under the top photos on page 4 is incorrect. The word lounge needs to be replaced with reception.
Fully noted. Is that all?
No, there is more. Turn to page 5. We feel that showing merely the picture of our exterior and interior decoration does not fully represent the appeal of our hotel. On second thought, we've decided to use a picture with the view of the hotel.
Do you have the original copy of the picture?
Yes, it is also enclosed in the flash drive.
Okay, we'll re-edit the whole layout of the photos.
Great. Let's turn to the next page.
Yes, what's wrong with that? It seems perfectly fine to me.
At first sight it seems fine, but according to the feedback of the customers, the prices do not stand out. So, we want to change the print from black to red to make it pop out.
Okay, I've made notes of all of your requests. Is there anything else?
I appreciate it. Just one final request. Could you translate the whole brochure into Spanish? We have customers worldwide, you know, especially those from Latin countries.
No problem. What about other languages, like Japanese, Chinese or German? These are our most popular target languages.
I have to ask the manager about the Chinese version. There's been a surging number of Chinese clients during recent years. However, we don't need German or Japanese translations, as we currently don't have many customers from those 2 countries.
Sure. Just keep me updated.
So, roughly, when can we get the revised print? We need it before the end of July.
It's late June now. Roughly, it'll take 3 weeks to re-edit. So it will definitely be ready before the deadline.
Great.
To where shall we send the samples?
The address is number 9 Green Drive, Clifton, NY 21300.
How do you spell Clifton?
CLIFFTON, Clifton.
And the telephone number?
It's 9030366602. Also, if you have any further questions, you can reach me through this number.
Okay,